This is how you simplify losing belly fat and get amazing results. Hey Wellness Warrior, I'm Dr. Zyrowski, and the fact is that losing weight, losing belly fat, it can be a little bit complex, it can be frustrating. So I want to make it very, very simple as to how you can start putting some steps forward today and lead yourself in the right direction, but also get amazing results. I want to simplify this process for you. Let's go ahead and first start with one of the first things I would do if I was looking to lose belly fat today, okay? First thing is I would go sugar-free. This is just something that's necessary in order to drive down your blood sugar levels, drive down your insulin levels, allow your body to start burning fat for energy. To make it simple, your body can actually burn sugar or it can burn fat for energy. When you take the sugar source away, you'll start burning fat for energy, and anybody who's trying to lose weight is essentially trying to burn fat for energy. So by removing the sugar source, you are more likely to start burning fat for energy, therefore you're losing that stubborn belly fat. Now, a lot of times when you're trying to lose weight, one of the big things that happens is that the diet aspect of it becomes so complex and so overwhelming that most people get stuck right there and they can't move forward. So here's what I recommend to you. When it comes to following a good healthy diet that will help you lose weight, think of it this way, just think meat and vegetables. Honestly, if you take all the other junk out of your diet and you just focus on eating meat and vegetables, getting your protein in and also getting a lot of good green veggies in, you're gonna find that weight loss comes to you with ease. And the other thing is that's important about this is getting proper amounts of protein. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is that they're not getting enough protein, and as a result of you not getting enough protein, your cravings go up, you eat more food. So increase your protein intake during this time as well, because it'll be very helpful. If you don't know what type of numbers to use for how many grams of protein to eat every day, what I would do is use 0.8 times your ideal body weight. So for instance, if your ideal body weight is 20 pounds less than you are now, that is the number you want to use for this calculation. So lots of protein, meat and vegetables, simplify your diet. Now, walking. Walking is very important. It's so underestimated. You know, a lot of times I find that people don't like to work out, okay? I like to work out. I find, that it's necessary for a healthy lifestyle. But if you're one of the individuals that just, you hate going to the gym, you hate putting that effort in, at the very least walk, because a 30-minute brisk walk a day has profound benefits. In fact, if you were to actually do a 30-minute brisk walk after you eat your dinner, one of the things that's going to happen is that those muscles are actually going to take a lot of the sugar that's free floating in the bloodstream and utilize them for energy. So it'll just sweep up that sugar, and therefore you're more likely to be in that fat burning state. So get out and walk 10,000 steps a day minimum. So get out and get moving. Now, the other thing that we use quite often, and this is using the power of natural health science, is something called dihydroberberine, okay? This is really good. It has 5 times more absorbability than regular berberine. It also is easier on your gut. So you're gonna get way more bang for the buck when you use this. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below to the dihydroberberine that we're using here in my clinic. But the reason that this is so helpful is because it really helps with cravings. So if you're somebody who finds yourself eating too much all the time and you have a lot of cravings, this will support satiation. The other thing it's going to support is actually driving down your blood sugar and making you more able to be in a fat burning state. The other reality that we face is that 90% of us have some level of insulin resistance, meaning that your blood sugar / cellular connection isn't working. It's not functioning properly. And so if you want to fix this metabolic issue going on in your body, the dihydroberberine is very helpful for this. And if it's an issue for you, the issue that you're going to face is that when you go to lose weight, you essentially just hit a wall. Like nothing happens. And I hear this all the time. Man, I'm eating better. I'm, exercising, I'm doing all the things, and weight won't come off. Well, we have to make sure that we fix this metabolic issue going on inside your body. The dihydroberberine will support that. So This is what we use clinically, like I said, the power of natural health science to put a little bit more fuel on the fire of fat burning. Next thing I like to use here is intermittent fasting. Here's why this works so well. When you're in a fasted state, your body focuses on actually burning fat for energy. Because you don't have glucose, you don't have that sugar for energy, your body has to turn to the fat. And this is a good way to turn you into a fat burning machine and drop your blood sugar and do a lot of positive things for you. Now, intermittent fasting, 16 and 8 will take you a long ways. If you want to fast a little bit more than that, 18, 20 hours, that's really up to you. But intermittent fasting also serves as another useful tool here, simply because naturally when you start intermittent fasting, you'll likely calorie restrict as well, because it just comes as part of the process. So if you're finding yourself with this issue of overeating all the time, intermittent fasting is helpful for pulling back your food intake, which we're going to talk about here. And this is obviously a factor as well. And so, you know, like I said, we really came through this process of talking about how to simplify losing weight. So therefore, when it comes to food intake, you really don't even have to worry about this if all of these other things are getting you the results that you want to have. Most people will have amazing results ever before having to consider how many calories they're consuming a day. And it's simply because if you start using this method, it just comes easy to you. It comes naturally to start eating lesser food or eat the appropriate amount of food that you need in order to lose weight. Now, if you're doing all of this and this isn't working, this is where you really start to think about food intake. And this is where you start to think about, hey, am I over consuming food? Maybe I'm eating healthy food, but I'm over consuming food. And if that's the case, we have to really start counting some of the calories that we're consuming, okay? But I would say that make this the last step in the process, because this is the most complex part of it, right? Now, some people will say, well, counting calories isn't complex. Well, it's annoying, okay? I've done it for many years on and off, and I think it's annoying. And so let's try to make the best of using these tools right here, get the results. And if you're not getting the results that you hope to see with weight loss, then turn to counting calories, and that will be the last step. But if you do all these things, like, you're guaranteed to lose weight. This works. And you know, I've seen it so many times where people are struggling with trying to lose weight. In most cases, it's because you're taking the process and making it far too complex. It's difficult to follow and it's frustrating. So take the stress out of it, make the process simple, and this is how you'll get results, losing that stubborn belly fat. I'm Dr. Nick Zyrowski. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and check out this video next.